Far-Flung Tin Can, we are bridging the gap between two diverse worlds, the Christian home and the mission field, through missions awareness, missions engagement, and worship in everything. We are traveling the world to the most remote places on the planet to find those who have laid down everything to say yes to God. And whoever said missions can't be fun? God is calling. Will you take the call?
To get here. Pastor Devin has become a camera person for the first time ever on a Far-Flung trip, and it's gonna be great.
Together, we're better. Together, you and me.
It's I'll say probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, give or take, and Jeremy's sitting with his back to the television. But he could still hear it. And I was watching it. It was the news. CNN was on. And all of a sudden, we hear Eruption in Guatemala cancels flights. And Jeremy turns around real fast. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
We gotta go bags home? A volcano erupted. And when a volcano erupts, there's ash.
We found them.
And it's on the runway, right? That's it.
Tis.
So we can't go.
Tis.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a Tuesday.
Going up.
On a Tuesday.
Arriving at Station 2.
So, we're stuck in Miami. It's a horrible place to get stuck in. I did leave 2 feet of snow this morning and 30 degrees to get to this, so I guess I'll suck it up for a little while.
Bree's not with us yet, but she'll be with us later. The car's on the side of the road.
Riding to the Atlanta airport, and my car decides to stop working. I am at an exit somewhere about 30 minutes north of Atlanta at a Shoney's. They gave me a free breakfast because I told them my story. So things aren't all bad. But I am hopefully going to find a way to get to Guatemala soon.
Our flight is canceled because of the stupid volcano. So we have to go check our bags, or pick up our bags, and rebook.
Rex and Prince arrived 2 hours ago. However, we don't know where their luggage went 2 hours ago. We've been looking for 2 hours and we still have not found the luggage. No one knows where it's at and can help us.
Here's the thing though, being positive and just being real. Everything happens for a reason. True. We could have been in the air flying under a cloud of smoke or over a cloud of smoke, wasting gas in the air and having to land anywhere random. But we're all together.
Together project.
That's the name of the project. Guys, we're all here together. Just waiting for the baggage. Baggage is not a big deal.
No more baggage. No more baggage on the children.
No more
of baggage.
Children of freedom. Freedom. We're here for a reason.
Cue the track.
And then the subtitle comes here. Love it. Kyle, we love you. We believe you. Everything happens for a reason.
Got on a bus this morning to pick up the rest of the group that's not here, which is about 30 people. And because of the volcano ash that has
spread ever since our first group landed. The airport is now closed. So I got the bus to turn back around and was waiting for an update. And it looks like they're stuck in Miami till Tuesday, about 25. Today's Sunday. Travis is stuck in Houston by himself. Jordan is stuck in Atlanta. Pastor Isaac and Adriano from Brazil are stuck in Panama. And with Terry, who they just met in the airport, from Uruguay.
Unfortunately, we're stuck at Panama Airport because of bad weather conditions in Guatemala. Here with Pastor Isaac, with Terry. Yeah, everybody.
Your luggage.
Thank you. We had it the whole time. We've been waiting for 3 years, 3 of us for the flight, which has just for 2 hours. Oh God! And thank you so much. We got it.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool. Is it clear? All right. Yeah, you may ask who I'm talking to, and it's actually to no one. It's just I'm at the point of being alone for so long that I've chosen to resort to the old imaginary friend childhood trick, and it doesn't work. Please help me. He posted a picture on Instagram of him sitting on the steps like
by
this.
himself with his hat.
You don't have to picture it. Listen. If you know Travis, you know that while we were all in Miami together was literally the worst 72 hours of his existence. And the reason is he kept texting us. He kept texting us and saying, please don't take for granted that y'all are together. Please, he said, please enjoy each other's company.
All my friends in Miami, which if you know me at all, tropical is like what I love. I love palm trees, I love the sun, the beach, and just to know that everyone I love who I haven't seen in like 2 years was in Miami, and I was in Houston, Texas by myself was like, honestly, I was kind of depressed for at least a good 6 hours. Every time I clicked Instagram, I would get really nervous, like, oh my God, I bet they're having so much fun. So I like try to make it look like I was having a blast. Like, yeah, Houston, I'm at the heart.
So I've been secretly stressing all day because I have a carry-on bag with all of the sound equipment in it. Everything they need for recording. Yeah. But thankfully I'm finally on my flight to meet up with everybody else in Miami. And even though this is probably the roughest flight I've ever been on, and people are getting sick left and right, I'm thrilled. I'm almost there.
I'm running till I see your eyes. Oh, yes, you are the prize. I'm running till I see your eyes. Oh, yes, you are the prize. I'm running till I see your eyes. Oh, yes, you are the prize. I'm running till I see your eyes.
So I just got to Miami. I've been traveling about 14 hours now. My car broke down this morning and got run off the road by a semi. But I'm here, and honestly, I just couldn't be more excited.
Walking through downtown Houston, trying to pass some time. Definitely would rather be in Miami, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me would rather be in Miami than even in Guatemala. And I really, 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 really do not like being alone. I mean, I like it, but I'd rather be with people. I don't like it.
The trip was intended to be 6 full days of ministry in Guatemala. After the volcano erupted and everybody got delayed in their layover cities, we had to change everything around but still do everything. So instead of 6 packed days of ministry, we had 4 ultra packed days. I don't know what other word. And probably the most difficult thing to rearrange was the album. We wanted to do a worship album. A lot of the team got together in the fall, and we got together in a cabin and wrote a lot of the songs for the album. But the singers and the band had really never played together and played the songs together. But now, instead of recording the worship album in 2 separate nights to get them all done, they were just going to have to record them all in one night.
During rehearsal this morning, the group started thinking we should have a full run-through if there was a place around here that could host us, a church. So we started scrambling immediately. I thought of Travis Johnson at Life Point Church in Homestead, Florida, a friend of mine from college. We called him. They were so excited to not only hook us up with equipment to do a run-through tonight, but they want to feed us and bless us and pick us up. So it's going to be an exciting night.
All right, Rex, what did you just have for lunch?
Good. It was great, actually. Burrito. We had burrito. And some tortilla chips. No. With salsa.
Yes, salsa.
Tortilla.
She said tortilla. Tortilla.
Okay,
tortilla.
That's okay, because they're about, when we go to Guatemala, they're all going to be laughing at us too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're going to
be a team.
While we wait for the group to get here, we kind of have to pass time.
We're finally boarding to Guatemala after a day and a half of wait. Me and Pastor Isaac will be parts now, and we'll be there at 4. So thank God everything's okay. Let's just hope that the volcano stays still.
It's my flight finally going to Guatemala. It's such a relief to make it on my 3rd try. Super stoked to be there. Super stoked to actually be with my friends for a change instead of wandering around Houston, Texas alone.
Hey! What up? How you
We just
doing?
got to the orphanage and we're eating sandwiches and just having like a good old time of community. It's amazing.
How happy do you feel?
Really happy.
Happier than London?
This place is the bomb. That's all I can say. So much history. I'm glad I've never been so happy I missed the flight, that's for sure. Yeah, because in London I was super tired. And this is just like, hey, you've been alone, now here's your family, and it's an incredible feeling.
2013, I was at Pan de Vida in Ecuador for about 7 months. Lived on the premises there on the campus, and I taught English to all the different classes. I helped them serve food. I did stuff just, around the compound. I painted and, just tried to help fix things up, and really was just someone extra that was there to help love the kids and, really form relationships with them, with the kids, with the women who work there. Especially Esperanza and her family, actually. They pretty much took me in, and I was like part of their family. We went on family vacation together. It was great. It had been about 2 years since I'd seen anyone from Ecuador, and I thought I was ready to see them. I thought that, that I was okay, but I was not prepared. As soon as I walked in the room, I just lost it, crying. I was just so happy. They're just so great. They're a part of my life that, I'll never forget about. They're some of the sweetest people that I've ever known, some of the most genuine and just loving people that I've ever met anywhere in the world in my life. And, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to see him. So excited to see Pastor Mendoza. Oh my goodness. And watch him even form relationships with other missionaries was amazing.
Well, these last 2 days have been amazing. Totally amazing. absolutely God has been in control of this trip. Even though it seemed a little crazy to us, just being in the presence of the Lord together, it's like He took those 2 days to really prepare us for what we're headed to now.
This is going on. I am now able to board the flight to Guatemala. So, barring, never mind, I'm not even gonna say it. We're going to Guatemala right now. So I got through baggage check and everything, came out here. The first memory me and JD had was Kyle getting off the plane and taking cookies from a stranger. Go back and watch the DVD, he did it. Got off the plane, oh, welcome to Guatemala, free cookies, thanks.
It's Halsey! I'm so excited!
I figured with the Volcano stuff, we would kind of, you know, take the schedule and remix it. Okay, we were gonna have 2 days to record. Let's just redo it. We'll do the next 2 days instead. But instead, you're like, no. Welcome to Guatemala. Record before you sleep. You know. Yeah, we literally got off the bus, came, and you're like, we got to be ready by 6:30, and by my watch, it was like 5:50, and I was like, oh. Let's set up to record an album in 40 minutes, you know. The craziest thing was the people that traveled from Miami. We got up at like 6 a.m., traveled here, set up, did not go to sleep until 3 a.m. here, which is 4. So it was a 22-hour travel and record. But, you know, it was fun. I mean, it was, and now, you know, we kind of recorded everything just by faith. Everything was completely blind. I mean, we didn't really engineer anything. The mics were not ideal. Cables were shorting out, everything. And then I go back and listen to the recordings and I'm like, this is actually kind of good, you know? Like, we actually did this, you know, so. It's surprisingly good quality, and I think it's going to turn out good.
Invisible Girl Project is an organization that we have been in partnership with for 2 years at this point when the film comes out. And they're based out of ministry in India. Invisible Girl Project does several things, but the end goal is to stop gendercide in India. Little girls are being killed, women are mistreated, and so they're trying to change that through orphanages that they have, through loans that they give out to families. They've got women that do intervention to convince mothers not to kill their children in the villages. The work that they're doing is incredible, so to have Prince and Rex, who work for IGP in India, is just awesome. And for them to be able to see what the full scope of what we're doing is, for them to be able to meet the other missionaries and see what ministries they do and see our team, and everybody knows them already from the film, so it was really cool because they just kind of felt like rock stars that everybody already just knew what they do and who they are, and it was just really neat to see everybody connect for the first time. All these different people from around the world that just love God and love ministry are slowly connecting on this trip and creating bonds.
No way.
We're watching some of the girls from India in a singing competition. We haven't seen them in a year and a half. Dancing competitions and stuff, and they're all grown up.
Rex and Prince, they were our suite mates. They were so down to earth and so sweet and friendly.
It's really neat being back here at the home. All of our locations with Far-Flung have some sentimental value to them, but this one in particular because that's how I met my wife. After we shot Redemption Guatemala, Joe and Mindy got copies of the DVD and were able to show it to people that come on trips or people that were volunteering. And Marion happened to be volunteering at the time with Joe and Mindy.
We met Marion at a Thanksgiving dinner with her grandparents. And then Mindy asked her to start working with her at the government orphanage. We used to do the program there in the government home. Marion had the heart for the girls, not just, she wasn't just an interpreter. She became an essential part.
It was very quick after we met, we start planning a wedding. I flew to Guatemala and I proposed on this very roof. Surprised her. Travis was there playing guitar and adding commentary. And then like 2 months after that, we had the wedding in Guatemala, and half of Far-Flung was there, dancing on the dance floor, acting like idiots. Most of them were my groomsmen, and Lacey sang, and Lily and Benjamin, Joe and Mindy's kids, were a flower girl and ring bearer. And I say all that to say that, yes, we are an organization, but I see it as a family. We all do. With our missionaries, with our team members, there's a close bond there, and each year we just grow closer together and we bring more missionaries in and include them into the family. And so it's really cool that everybody is in one roof.
We went to a community that works at the dump, and we ministered to and played games with about 250 kids and their moms.
Honestly, I don't know what they're playing. I haven't been paying attention for like the last hour, but it's very chaotic and I don't understand it. And if I played, I would probably definitely lose.
Jesús, gracias por esta tarde. ¿Qué nos bendices? Gracias. Jesús. Porque nos has dado nuestras cosas. ¿Qué es tu bendición? En el nombre de Jesús. Amén. Muy bien.
The way that they, like when we were giving out food and they were lining up to get food, they were, I don't know, it was like they were hungry for something that wasn't even like physical. You could see the spiritual and physical hunger on their faces. Just like the fact that we were there just made their day.
The ministry that we were a part of that day is led by Gabby, one of our missionaries. She wasn't able to be with us that day. She was stuck on a flight because of the volcano. Gabby visits kids like this throughout the whole country, throughout the whole week. They have about 2 meetings per group of about 300 kids. She feeds them, she teaches them about God. These families, their parents work in the dump. They'll work all day to make $2 to $5 a day for their family. Each of these families consist of 2 to 9 kids. These kids have close to nothing. Not only is she meeting with them, but through her work and through donors that we get, we're able to get scholarships for them to go to school. These kids, their parents didn't get to go to school and they were not able to pay for their kids' education either. So through scholarships, they're able to change the cycle in their family. One thing that Gabby tells me is that the biggest change she sees in these kids' lives from ministering is they're starting to dream bigger than the lives that they're living in now, that they can actually see a way out, a way for a bigger future. I don't think that these kids will forget the group that came, that loved on them, that were from all over the world.
Far-Flung Tin Can is spreading the gospel and helping others in some of the most remote places on earth. Our work in Guatemala is ongoing and you can be a part. You can apply to join us on our monthly trips around the world, or you can help send us to far-flung places by giving. By partnering with Far-Flung, you'll receive exclusive content monthly. Will you take the call?